The selling sunset journey begins.
It does.
Why did you want to sign yourself up for this experience?
It's a really good question. I ask myself that sometimes.
Hold on. The issue is why is it necessary for you to voice an opinion on my family? I wouldn't talk about your family. I wouldn't talk about your family.
About it.
Your journey to motherhood became a hot topic.
It did.
How much of that were you anticipating?
All of it. I feel like I was pretty prepared for it. I mean, people saying mean things is always, you know, an uneasy thing to deal with, but I expected most of it.
Chelsea is kind of the most vocal about you.
Yes, she is. She has a lot to say.
She was the new girl last year.
Yeah.
Do you think there was maybe a subconscious, well, I've got to create a little drama here?
Maybe. You know, I won't speak for her. I'm not entirely sure what her overall issue is or why it's gone so far, but I definitely could see the pressure of trying to assert something in this season, and maybe she didn't have a proper storyline, so she needed me, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, and those are her opinions, and she's welcome to have those.
Spoken like a true reality star.
Thanks, I think.
It's a compliment.
Ultimately, the way I live my life is very different to her as a Christian.
She says that she can't really support your choices because of her faith. When you learned of that, what did you make of it?
It's kind of comical to me, to be honest, especially someone that says that they have faith and are a Christian. I grew up, it was you turn the other cheek and we don't judge and all of those things, but I mean, once again, she can have whatever opinion she wants. I just wish she kept a little bit of it to herself because we're happy, so.
There was also an off-camera moment that she decided to bring on camera.
So there is an issue with that for me.
She pulled up her phone and she turned it to me. Uh-oh. It said, Nick Cannon welcomes child with Lanisha Cole.
She found out right when you guys were out?
Yeah,
but
he
that
had a
was,
baby.
She didn't know about that?
Apparently not. She was very surprised and she was very upset. And,
For
good reason.
This was like completely a secret.
Wow, that is messy.
What? If she didn't know about this baby and that was the first time she indeed found out, that is like a punch in the stomach.
That's not what happened. And so when it comes to, I don't know, a storyline or the drama or supporting her stance, I don't really know. But for me, and my honest truth was, I was in a place where I know what's going on, but I'm never gonna divulge information to anyone. That's that woman's right to be able to say that this happened or didn't happen. So when someone asks me about it, I don't know. It's not my place. So I think that my lack of reaction or confirmation is what she ran with, and it became a completely different thing that helped her narrative, and I applaud her for her storyline, but that's not actually accurate in my reality.
Okay, because that was going to be my follow-up. Did she present that accurately?
No, and if you notice in the taping, I've never asked in an interview, and I've never asked amongst the girls. They're all having, you know, conversations without me present, because everyone knows I would have a lot to say. And then I had a scene with Amanza that went a little left as well. Listen, I know what we're here for. We're making good TV. I get it. I'm a target, but I'm entertaining, so I'll just take it. I won't say that that situation was 100% accurate. There were questions that were asked about child support and different things that I don't really understand where it came from. And we were talking about Amanza's situation, and then I think it all just made for a good story that wasn't really there, but I mean, it comes with the territory.
So maybe some people had an agenda.
Maybe.
Okay. Knowing how everything shook out, knowing the conversations that happened around you, is there anything you would have done differently or handled differently?
Honestly, no, not really. I think that that's not something that I have any control over. I can't help what other people are saying or their opinions or how they feel or how they react to me or the lack of reaction I give them, how they react to that. So I'm just gonna keep being me, and you either hate it or love it, but I'm not going anywhere.
What would you say is the biggest misconception about you?
A lot. I think that people really run with this narrative with my partner. I get it, maybe they need a way for it to make sense to them, but I'm really happy, I'm really secure, I have a great life. I love my son, and I love my partner, and you know, there's not as much going on here as people hope that there is, so we kind of let them just run with whatever they want to say.
Hi!
Oh my God, you look so cute.
Long time no see.
You're one of the first women on the show to really showcase your Rolodex and like how deep your clients go.
I just got started.
Okay. Do you think the other women were at all threatened by you?
Maybe, but I think I have a really good relationship with the majority of them, and so a lot of them are very supportive. They're all boss women supporting each other, which is what's so great about this group. But I definitely do bring some high-end clientele.
And you had your guard up a little bit. There was some friction with Emma.
Yes.
You two are now buddies.
Yes, we are.
So is she the person who maybe surprised you the most, or your opinion changed the most over the course of?
You know, going into it, I never thought I would have had any drama with Emma at all, but I think it was like a random occurrence that just happened to be my client and it panned out that way. But I honestly thought I would have been friends with Emma, so I'm glad we ended up hashing it out. But yeah, she's really the only one I had any tea besides Chelsea.
The aforementioned? Would Chelsea be the person who disappointed you the most?
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, it went a little too far. It was a little too personal, and it really attacked my family, which I feel like is off limits regardless of doing a show or not. But it is what it is.
We are getting season 7 later this year. From the sneak peek that we get at the end of season 6,
Yes.
it is more of the Chrishell versus Nicole saga.
You've said horrific things about me.
Everything I say about you is
Hold on, I need to pause right now, or I'm gonna end you.
Do you believe Chrishell would come for Nicole in that way?
I don't personally feel like she came for Nicole originally. I think things escalated a little bit, but I obviously was not present for any of these, I guess, altercations, arguments. So I can't speak too much because I literally missed all of it because I was at home. I stayed out of most of the drama.
So when you hear little pieces of it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What do you start to put together in your mind?
Well, first I was very confused, but I think it just sounded like something that came from the past that obviously Nicole hadn't dealt with, and I think that she was a little bit aggressive with Chrishell, and Chrishell bit back. And from someone that's feisty, I don't necessarily disagree, but at the same time, we do have to have certain boundaries and respect for each other, and that goes both ways. So, I don't know, I guess they're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an eye for an eye.
Yeah, it was.
Knowing what you shot, what are you most excited to showcase in that next chapter of the show?
I'm very excited to show my actual personality because I feel like we only got a little bit of it in getting to know me and my relationships with the clients that I have. I think it's really important for me, just my overall personality, because people have an idea of who they think I am, and I'm literally nothing like Instagram. Like nothing. So I do think that that's going to be a really cool part of 7 for sure.
Is there anything you're dreading making it to TV?
Really just, the drama with my partner and Chelsea. That's more of what I'm dreading because I feel it's not all accurate, and it's, that's mainly the only thing. Everything else was great.